You do not have a slow metabolism. Well, kind of. Let me explain why. Since I was a kid, I remember people using excuses like big boned or slow and fast metabolism. I remember seeing those kids that could eat anything I ate, but were as thin as a rail. I was under the impression that metabolism was like an engine. And while some people had big block V8s that guzzled gas, I had a Weed Whacker's 2-stroke. I thought maybe I overslept on the day that God was handing out metabolic gift cards. Thought I missed my chance and that was the burden I'd have to bear for the rest of my life. Hopelessness like that can cause a person to quit before they even begin on their weight loss journey. And the sad part is, it doesn't even come close to the truth. Somewhere a long time ago, a game of telephone was played and the fat guy misheard a vowel or two and came away with a backwards understanding of metabolism. And well, now here we are. Can you repeat?
Father, what did the scientists say? You were just born like this.
So in this video, I'm going to explain a few things and I want you to keep an open mind and really absorb it because this could quite literally change your life the way it changed mine. Because if you don't know this information, then it's like trying to play Monopoly without knowing that you can purchase properties. Let's get started. What is metabolism anyways? Metabolism is the process of breaking down food into energy that the body can use. So what about how many calories I burn in a day type of metabolism? Well, that can be broken down into two main parts: basal metabolic rate, your BMR, which is the amount of calories you burn just existing. All the functions in your body that take place that we take for granted, like your heart beating, you breathing air, and your cells reproducing, all that requires some amount of energy. So even if you sat in bed all day, just expiring, you would still burn a pretty good chunk of calories. For most people, BMR actually makes up 70% of the total calories you expend in a day. A pretty hefty chunk, like I said. The other part of metabolism is the amount of calories you burn from exercising, walking, things like that, and digesting food. So if you decide to counter extra pounds by running or jogging, this is the part of metabolism that you're affecting. Now that we have these listed, let's take a deeper look and see how we can speed it up. Obviously, additional exercise is going to help burn more calories and create a deficit. But I'm more curious in exploring BMR as that makes up the majority of the calories in a day. And since most people would assume that's where the slow or the fast metabolism comes into play. If we take a deeper dive into BMR, we can break it up into three factors, which are size and composition, sex, and age. Size and composition. This is where genetics play a big role. Someone who's 6 feet tall and 200 pounds is gonna burn more calories than someone who is shorter and smaller with a similar composition. But that's the thing, composition, meaning your ratio of body fat to lean muscle. Someone with more lean muscle is going to burn more calories than someone with less of a similar size. If I cloned myself, but gave him 10 pounds more muscle than I have right now, then he would burn more calories than I do.
What's up, small fry?
Wow.
Yeah.
And that is good news because that is something that we can control. So if you want to speed up your metabolism, focus on building muscle in the gym. And you're gonna see the rest of the BMR factors really have to deal with lean muscle tissue. Males tend to have bigger bodies and have more lean muscle tissue. And as we age, we lose the ability to maintain our lean tissue. So if I was watching this 10 years ago when I was 13, 275 pounds with very little muscle, I would rejoice because that means that I'm not stuck with a bad hand. I just have to use the knowledge to manipulate my metabolism. There is hope to develop a body that burns more calories. So let's recap. The amount of calories you burn in a day is a culmination of your life-sustaining bodily functions, the size of you, your muscle mass, food digestion, and exercise. So what about those people that can eat whatever they want but never seem to gain weight? What we've already covered is objective. But as I dieted more and more and I got more into this realm of understanding weight loss, I realized how important the subjective side of it is. Or the side that is based on how you feel rather than factual information. So you might see that person eating a lot of food and you might feel like they eat just as much as you while they never gain weight. But if we look at it objectively, if we could actually analyze every second of the day of that person, which let's be honest, you're not doing that. We would see that that person either doesn't eat as much food throughout the rest of the day. They would fidget and burn more calories via NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Things like tapping your foot or walking to the bathroom. They have more muscle mass, or likely a combination of all three, as well as predispositions to hormones like leptin and ghrelin that trigger satiation and hunger. But that's for another video. Whatever the case, if you want to succeed in changing how the mirror looks, you need to focus on calorie maintenance, meaning not only weighing and understanding what's going in your body, but understanding how it's going out. And if you're struggling with weight loss, I wrote a book that can help you and show you the way. After struggling with weight loss myself for many years, I finally figured out what to prioritize and what actually works. Because there's a lot of misinformation out there and it's pretty freaking confusing if you don't have somebody helping you. So I wrote this book for beginners to cut through that misinformation and actually focus on what they need to focus on. And the great thing about it is you don't have to starve. It's what the title is, Eat More and Lose Weight. And I guarantee if you use the principles in this book, you will actually be eating more than you're eating now while losing weight. It's a simple, straightforward book that will teach you about calories, how to find low calorie dense foods that you can eat more of without the extra calories. Basically all the stuff that you should have been taught as a kid that none of us ever were. And I guarantee if you use the principles in this book, you will actually be eating more food while losing weight. Link in the description. So if you like content like this, we also do other things like fitness challenges and weight loss documentaries. So please go check those out. And as always, be conscious of your calories.